Hello and welcome. My name is Melissa. I'm the owner and artist here at the Top Drawer RVA located in Richmond, Virginia. I'm also a Dixie Belle Brand Ambassador. Today, for our Back to Basics episode 3, we're going to cover all things silk paint, what it is, why it's different than chalk mineral paint, and why you are going to love this product. Let's begin. What is silk paint and why is it different than chalk mineral paint? Silk paint is a new product available from Dixie Belle Paint Products. It is a all-in-one mineral paint, which is different than chalk mineral paint. It's available in 20 Hampton-inspired colors. They're all very muted, they're all very beautiful, and they have a beautiful low luster shine. They're absolutely gorgeous. So what is silk all-in-one mineral paint? Well, it's a way to kind of save a little bit of your time, all right? This paint right here has a built-in top coat and a built-in primer. For me, that means I don't have to use Boss and I don't have to seal it with a top coat or clear coat or wax. It's basically like a one and done product. 2 even coats of this gorgeous silk all-in-one mineral paint is going to cover and provide me with a gorgeous finish. Okay, so now you know. Silk paint has a built-in top coat and a built-in primer. So that lets you kind of eliminate the need for Boss and a top coat. But there are a few cases where you're going to find that you're going to need another primer or another product to help this stick to your piece. All right, let's begin. If your piece is shiny, formica, plastic, or metal, you are going to want to use Slick Stick underneath this product. This doesn't have Slick Stick in it. This has Boss. This has the equivalent to 1 coat of Boss Clear inside this jar, all right? Not Slick Stick. Boss and Slick Stick, totally different things. If you missed that video, go back, watch episode 2, all about how to prep your piece for paint, and it will explain the difference, all right? So, knowing that this has a built-in top coat and a built-in primer, there's no need for Boss on this piece, and there's no need to seal your work. However, there are some instances where you might want to seal your piece, and for that, you're going to need another product. Silk all-in-one mineral paint has a beautiful built-in top coat, equivalent to say 1 coat of like a clear satin top coat on your piece. There are instances where you might want to add another top coat. If you were to come in here and look at the top of a dresser or the top of a painted piece, you know that the top of items get more use than others. Personally, as a painter, I like to provide my clients with the extra protection that they might need on top of a piece. So, Dixie Belle has made a new product called Extra Coat. Extra Coat is amazing to seal. It's like a semi-satin gloss finish that's going to seal your paint in. It's not needed, y'all. You don't need to do this. This is just like an extra step if you're working with something where you wanted to add an extra coat of protection. Or if you put a transfer on top and you wanted to seal your transfer, you could also use Silk Extra Coat. This is just going to provide you with that extra little push of protection that you might need on certain projects. Not all, but it's there just in case you need it. So how do you use Silk all-in-one mineral paint? There are some tips and tricks that I'm going to go over that's going to make this process a little bit easier for you. If you paint furniture with chalk mineral paint, you know that you use a spray misting bottle filled with water in general to eliminate brush strokes, kind of provide a blendy finish. You're not going to do that with this paint. If you start putting paint in spray water, and I mean a ton of water, a tiny little spritz here and there is not going to hurt anybody. But if you were taking a ton of water in your spray misting bottle to blend your paint colors together, silk is going to lose its effectiveness. You need to know that that built-in top coat and built-in primer isn't to be messed with. When you're painting with this paint, you do not need to add water to your brush. In case you were maybe working on a very long top of a piece where you were worried about dragging brush strokes, you might lightly spray with water, but I'm talking the most minimal amount of water use. You don't want to alter the formula that's in this product. So just know that you're using a dry brush. A dry synthetic brush is going to help you get the finish that you need with Silk Olive Mineral Paint. Okay, you want to paint? Well, what do you do before you start painting? You're going to clean your piece. Normally with chalk mineral paint, you're cleaning your piece with White Lightning. White Lightning is a powder-based cleaner that you would use to clean your piece, degloss your piece, remove any oils or things that might be sitting on the surface. Well, for Silk Olive Mineral Paint, Dixie Belle has developed a new product called Pristine Clean. Pristine Clean is going to work the same way as White Lightning, just as this Silk Extra Coat is going to work the same way as Gator Hide. These products were developed in order to sell silk at a standalone retailer. If you were only selling silk somewhere, you would need a way to clean your piece and to seal your piece. So having these two products right here built into the Silk Olive Mineral line, make sure that everybody can get all of the products that they might need for one thing at one store, all right? So don't be concerned that Silk Extra Coat and Pristine Clean are labeled as silk. You can use them with other projects in Silk Mineral Paint and Chalk Mineral Paint. You can interchange them. It's not going to hurt anything. They were just made in order to sell silk at a standalone retailer. All right, got it? You're ready to paint, right? You've come in here, you've got your piece, you're ready to go. Well, what do you need to do before you paint? You're going to clean with Pristine Clean, and you're going to rinse really well. Silk Olive Mineral Paint does not like any kind of residue on your project. If you came in and just jumped in and started painting, you're going to find that there could be oils or dirt, things that might interfere with the way that your Silk Olive Mineral Paint will stick to your project. So with every project on silk, I want you to know that you're going to need to clean very well. You're going to rinse very well. Then there's one more step that you need to do. Silk Olive Mineral Paint requires a scuff sand. It needs some tooth to grab onto. This product has that built-in primer and that built-in top coat, so it's going to dry in a different way. It's not going to dry as fast as chalk mineral paint. You're going to find that it takes a little bit longer. So clean your piece with your Pristine Clean, then you're going to come in and do a scuff sand. I like to use my RAD Pads for this, or if you have a mouse sander or another sander, just scuff it up really good before you start, giving your project that tooth for your paint to grab onto. All right, you're going to open your paint and we're going to begin. You've cleaned your piece, you've scuff sanded your piece, you're ready to start painting. You're going to use a smooth synthetic brush. I find that any one of the Dixie Belle brushes that are synthetic work very well. The reason I like a smooth synthetic brush is because you're going to try and keep your brush strokes fairly long. When you come in with your Silk Olive Mineral Paint, you want to think of it as a different product than your chalk mineral paint. If I came in with chalk mineral paint, I'd probably go all helter-skelter. It really wouldn't matter what direction I apply my paint in, because I would be using a spray misting bottle filled with water to kind of minimize those brush strokes on the second coat. This is a different product. When I paint with silk, you're going to see me paint in a different way. Using my dry synthetic brush, I'm going to apply my silk in smooth, even motions, okay? That means like keeping your brush strokes nice and even. You're gonna wanna work fairly quickly because Silk Olive Mineral Paint starts to dry, you can't spray it and reactivate it. So you're going to top load, you're gonna heavy load your dry synthetic brush with your silk paint. Once you do that, you're going to keep your motions long and smooth, covering that area, working in sections. You'll see me paint a drawer, stop. Paint another drawer, stop. Not really moving in all different directions, keeping it smooth, keeping it minimized, top loading, heavy loading my brush, and wiping across in a smooth motion, especially on your second coat. Now here's the ticket. I've come in now, we're gonna paint one even coat of Silk Mineral Paint. You're gonna wanna wait 2 hours before you apply your second coat. Because it dries in a different manner than chalk mineral paint, that 2 hours of dry time is very important. If you rush the process, you're going to possibly reactivate the paint that's underneath and you're gonna get weird brush strokes, and you don't want that. This paint has a self-leveling property in it. You're going to see your paint really go nice and smooth and even. For one color finishes, this paint is totally the bomb. I love it. Well, that's all I have to say about Silk All-in-One Mineral Paint. I hope you learned something today, how easy it is to use, how smooth of a finish it can create for you as a painter. It's simple to use if you follow those easy steps. Dry brush, 2 even coats, waiting those 2 hours in between your paint for your paint to dry. Other than that, put your hardware back on and you're done. It's that simple. Give it a try today, and just so you know, Dixie Belle actually has little mini sample packs that are available now for you to test the silk. So you don't have to buy the big jar. You can try 2 small mini packs and see how the paint works for you, but I think you're gonna like it. Stay tuned, I'll be back for another Back to Basics sometime soon.